So let me just maximize you. So this is PyScript FUN on the 3rd of July. Happy 4th of July for tomorrow, US people watching. What's PyScript FUN? It's that water cooler moment where you're sitting there having a glass of water and a colleague or a friend comes up and goes, hey, do you want to see something cool? And you wander over to their desk and go, wow, that's amazing. How did you do that? And then you have a nice chat about it, and it's just a bit of fun. So we have one piece of PyScript fun today, and that's from Sai. So without further ado, I'm going to step away from the water cooler and let Sai take over.
Right, let's try this.
Okay.
Make a selection.
Okay, I can see the streams coming through, and I can see your desktop and cursor.
Okay. So what I wanted to show, well, basically a quick overview was I started building PyKernel. This is the the goal was just write, run, debug, do everything with Python on the browser. It's a good like my end goal is to make it into like a learning platform with which is easy, removes all the setup. But something that I want to show this week, let's go into an example. It's running on my local host, so it's a little slow.
Okay, we need mood music here.
It compiles my.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Okay, let's just do this again, just to show that it's all quick. Once it compiles, it loads so fast. This is full pyodide working on the worker. So run code, I can make changes. That's a new thing. I can set a debug point, go there. I can see my local variables.
Yeah.
This is from the frame. X equal to 2, and then I can step over. X becomes 3. I can evaluate at any given breakpoint.
Yeah.
That prints here. And x plus equals 1, just to make sure, just to show that.
Yeah.
Um, and then step over to print it, and then step over. Yeah, so that's basically wanted to show like a pretty not like super basic, but not super advanced.
Yeah.
Pretty intermediate debugger with breakpoints and everything. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show.
Uh, Sorry, that is outstanding. I just want to say, I've built a debugger before for standard Python with a PyQt app, and I know that a little bit about what that involves. So I'm assuming that you have the pyodides working on a worker, so that you're not blocking the main thread,
Yes.
and you have something like I don't know MicroPython or JavaScript on the main thread, and there's some sort of message passing so that you can see what the status of locals and globals is, and
Mhm.
you're using the debug class. I can't remember what it's called in the standard library, and overriding that so that it's able to send messages and receive messages and things like that.
So like I guess most of it is correct. I
Yeah,
have pyodide on the worker, nothing on the main. It's JavaScript on the
yeah,
main thread. I don't have MicroPython.
yeah,
Um, I'm not overriding the debug thing. I built like all the basic ones using set trace.
yeah. Okay.
Set trace.
Wow.
And it uses a promise on the JavaScript side to
Yeah,
wait for any user interaction. So it goes like once in debug mode,
yeah,
it stops at that point and it's waiting for a user interaction on the JavaScript.
yeah,
And then as soon as I click that, it sends a message saying, okay, it asks me to step over or it asks me to evaluate
yeah.
this. And then it does that.
So,
Um,
so let me get this straight. Just so I know that I understood this. So you've not used the built-in standard library debug classes to build a debugger. You've gone directly to
no,
set trace, which is the underlying function that all of these standard library classes are built on. This
that's
is really
right.
interesting because we've asked Damien to enable set trace functionality in MicroPython as well. So in theory, assuming his API is the same as CPython's API, which I think it probably is, there might be a few differences in that you don't get some of the more advanced stuff. But MicroPython should just slot in when that feature arrives for us sometime in September, October timeframe.
Oh, that'll be really cool. Yeah, like right now, the way I have it set up is if I create a project with MicroPython, the debugging is all disabled. Like it doesn't even show you the options.
Yes.
But yeah, it's basically like this. I wait for user action from the JavaScript side. This is basically a promise that has to be resolved there, and then it's basically blocking at this point.
Yeah.
And once that gets unblocked, it goes, checks what options are used, evaluate, continue, and then
restart, stop. Yeah. Set breakpoint will be another one as well, I'm guessing. Remove breakpoint, all of that sort of stuff.
Is the sync our sync, or is nothing? Yeah.
This is PyScript. This is your sync. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, do you know what? You've just made my week, let alone my day. Honestly, that is so cool. It really is. So many times, some of us, at Anaconda or in the wider community, have talked about doing a debugger, and Antonio Cooney, one of our colleagues, did. Wow, as a bit of a joke, he said he had. Do you want to stop your stream so I can? Yeah, fantastic.
No, I had the question.
No, well, we can go back to it. But Antonio managed, got the debugger working in the terminal. So, but that's basically using PDB, basically, that's already built in. But what you've done is a whole order of magnitude more elegant in that you've gone down to set trace and then built the universe up from that. And that means MicroPython can slot in as well. So that's a big gold star to you, honestly. This is just exceptional work. And I'm going to defer to Antonio, who's up here on my screen.
That's Andrea.
Yeah.
Antonio.
Antonio. Sorry, Andrea. Sorry. Andrea. It's the end of a long day.
Yeah,
I've been into London.
The other A Italian.
Yeah. A Italian.
Thank you. So first of all, hot tip. This is awesome. I'm also super happy when I see that our most advanced features are actually useful because sync is something that, I mean, it's there for us. It's amazing, and the fact that you can actually wait synchronously something that happens asynchronously on the main is the main thing, and it's cool and everything. So yeah, happy about that. I just have one question, and I don't know if you have the answer already. If you set a listener, any listener, can you break point in there too? Like whenever you click, let's say you from PyScript import window, and then you do or document, and then you have a live demo. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
From PyScript import document, then you have a def click, a function click, def click with an event argument, and that's it. And then within the function you do, I don't know, print e.type. And or do anything else. And I wonder if you can put up, x equals 0,
x plus equals 1 or something.
Yeah. Print x, and after the function you do document.body dot on click equal click, just because you're on Pyodide, so let's keep it simple. On click, it's unfortunately it's lowercase.
Okay. On click equals click.
Equal click. Yeah, that's it. And when you run it, you should be able to.
So put the breakpoint on line 4, for instance. So we'll...
Oh, okay. Okay, let's try.
So you've clicked it already, yes. So it's already stepped into the line 1.
Wait, what?
Let's try. I'm surprised why it's stuck here. Maybe there's a bug somewhere because it's
Or you
going through.
clicked, or you're clicking to
Oh,
the
you're
body.
clicking the DOM. That's the thing.
No, but now it's adding the listener. Wait, now it's adding the listener. Only now it's adding the
Yeah, I
listener.
see the listener now.
So if you play,
Now,
Hmm.
let me just save this and restart.
so
I think a
I-
breakpoint was reset here.
Okay.
Let's try it. I think there's a bug in how I'm sharing this break. Oh wait,
Wow.
what?
Really?
Sorry.
There we are. Okay. So it's
okay, it doesn't stop, but the click works, but it doesn't stop in there. Okay, that's all I wanted to know, and I'm sorry it felt like a setup for failure, but I was expecting this because we have an issue with asynchronous things happening at runtime in Pyodide, and that bug has been there for 2 years. And if this solved that, it would have been amazing. But it's not your fault, and I think there's nothing, not much we can do right now.
Yeah, so it already ran. So okay, so the way I have this is it automatically runs it the first time,
Mhm.
the full code,
It
and
runs every time, so that's the
yeah,
thing. So whenever you click, you see click, and you never stop
yeah,
again.
yeah,
You want to do another try just instead of on click?
yeah.
Let's do on key press.
Let's see.
On key press. Yes, that's it.
Let's just keep it.
Put the stop. Yeah, okay.
Just to
And don't click anything while you try again. And but put a breakpoint inside the click handler.
Yeah, line 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah, line
Hmm,
five. Line 5. Put a.
I think it's stuck in some weird thing because of okay, there it's saved. Let's refresh so it doesn't do the on click.
Yeah.
Okay, it ran.
Put a breakpoint.
Let's put it
Yeah.
there. I'll put it there as well. Let's see. Okay, it stopped there.
Yeah.
So now if I type anything, it should ideally print it.
If you keep it running, if you
Yeah, it has,
keep the code running because
Hmm.
you've blocked the code at the moment. It's yeah. So
Oh yeah.
continue. Yeah. And then type something. That's when.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
no, without the command. Just
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, this might be. Oof, this might be the editor. Whatever you're using as an editor, it might intercept key press events, and of course,
Yeah.
on. Gosh,
Could
a
we just
mouse wheel. Do you have a mouse wheel?
could we just do a when decorator?
It's the same. It's the event that matters, not how we set it. It's the event.
Mm.
Yeah,
So,
but how you
do
trigger the
you have a
event is
mouse wheel?
important.
No, I don't have a mouse.
Oh, on scroll. Try on scroll.
On scroll. That's it.
Then
Is
you
that
should be
the
able to on
okay?
scroll. Yes, and then it should not interfere with whatever you're doing. But when you try to scroll, you should see the scroll event. Well, first of all, we want to be sure that it's running. So I will actually.
Mm.
You have to
Something.
scroll on the page though.
No, I still haven't run it. I have
Still
some
running the code.
re-render issues because of this deadlock that happens when I re-render. Let me refresh.
Okay. Oh man. I mean, this is wonderful. You know, that we're exploring and poking around. Okay.
saved. More time.
It ran.
If you
Okay, but you've not got a breakpoint.
no, but you
And
don't
you're not
see
printing. Yeah.
the event. You don't see the event. Maybe it's not the body. Oh, okay. Never mind. I will try to think a better way to test this. But if you
Okay.
manage
Yeah.
to have any event stopping at some point when it happens, that will be amazing. And I want to know why or how, because it might help Pyodad maybe fix their issue as well.
Mm.
So
I
thanks
have
and
a.
sorry for this troubling traveling.
Oh no.
Question.
There's maybe the way I implemented the debugger, because it runs it on like in exec inside the debugger. So maybe by the time it already runs, this is all like this function is already is out
It's
of
in
scope.
memory, so you won't intercept it right away in
Yeah.
exec, because it's stored in memory and it happens only after.
Yeah.
So exec completes, goes out, and then but the runtime still has that click event in memory, and it dispatches it. But that explains why it was working before with the click, but you wouldn't see the stop, the breaking point. So, but fair enough. I was just curious, and it's not your fault. It makes perfect sense to me that it's not working as expected. Um, Regardless, this is super cool, and
Yeah.
the debugging events. It might be something on top of this as an extension, or I don't know, but I think the basics are all there. So
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
great
From
job.
this, you can
Yes.
refine. Yeah.
Yeah.
A few other things. I mean, you probably everyone knows about rough. I implemented rough formatting. It
Yeah.
automatically formats the code. I'm working on implementing the new TY. Is that TY? The type checker, their type checker and LSP that they have.
Yeah.
Uh, they have a WASM module. So like go to open references, like that kind of things from a typical debugger.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm planning. But yeah, that's everything.
This is wonderful. This really is wonderful. Um, there's not really much I can say above and beyond that. Then this is really great, and everything that you just said about your next steps and things makes perfect sense to me as well. I hope that yeah, Andrea, we can sort of try and figure out an easily reproducible version of this bug so that Pyodide folks can take a look as well.
Do I need to register, or can I test this online somewhere?
I don't have the debugging. Well, I do. I already have the debugging breakpoint. It's free. Just go to pykernel.com and then just create an account, and there's no yeah. Let me
And do I need
show.
to run anything locally, or it's all done remotely?
No, the everything's already deployed. Um, only the code evaluation part is not deployed yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the live online version. So yeah, on click. But yeah, all of this should already be there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We can see it's hit the
I give it a
breakpoint
try.
button.
Thanks.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Okay. Well, happy 4th of July. Independence for debuggers is what I say. And bravo. Honestly, really great work. And thank you for turning up and demoing it as well. So I'm going to post this video back onto Discord in the main chat channel, which is what I usually do. So other folks will be able to see see this as well. But I think this is very exciting. Having a debugger in PyScript is something that's been on top of a lot of technical people's wish list for a long time. So you've made some really important steps in the snow, as it were, getting us in the right direction. And like I said, I'm really pleased that you started with set trace. It'll make the MicroPython migration for you later a lot easier as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I've recently read about sys.monitoring. I think that's a new API that they have.
Right, I don't know
That's
that one. Yeah.
yeah, sys. They said it's, I think based on some peps or something that I was reading, it's faster,
Yeah.
less overhead for a debugger compared to sys.setTrace. I have not investigated, so that's probably like something that someone more experienced in Python can take a look at. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The thing is with settrace, MicroPython and PyDie both support it. Damien is going to provide us with a version of a debug version of MicroPython that will run slower because it impacts the the efficiency of the runtime, the MicroPython runtime. But it already exists.
Awesome.
So all he has to do is sort of massage it into the WebAssembly build and give us a version of that build, and then we should be able to just call the set trace things. And when that happens, I'll make sure people know about that. There'll be a new release of PyScript, and we'll make sure that folks can see that this has landed. So you'll be able to have a play and perhaps give feedback, as and when Damien lands things as well. It's always good to have a real-world project that's using this feature and then trying it out with MicroPython, so Damien can see where, that's the skill with MicroPython. It's micro, so it's small, so there are going to be certain things missing, but it's still Python, so you want just enough Python that it's actually useful as well. So how much of set trace, is available, and the behavior of it is going to be an important thing for us to judge. But yeah, bravo, excellent work.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I don't have anything more fun than that. I mean, how can you top that? So, Andrea, I know you haven't anything fun, because when you joined the call before I started recording, it was like, have you anything fun to show? And he was like, no. So, so now you've put a smile on our faces.
I'm thinking about building, if it's just a flag to enable set trace, to build my own MicroPython WASM thing and see if it works, or maybe share with you so that you can eventually try it. You just need to change the interpreter in the config for MicroPython eventually, and use the version with a set trace, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see what
but
happens.
Thanks a lot. This made my day too, so it's a super cool project.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great stuff. Okay, I'm going to stop the video now.